Hello students, welcome to Narayana live classes. This is Hari Krishna working as a physics faculty in Narayana Olympiad school. Today we will discuss a small topic in a physics and that too in kinematics. Here there is a motion under gravity. Everyone know that many objects comes into the motion. So just imagine that if you take any object, it will be at rest without any external force. It can come into the motion? Definitely no. So nothing but to change its state or to come into the motion, definitely a force is required. And here I am calling that motion under gravity. Here gravity is nothing but what? Gravity is a force applied by earth. Force applied by earth on any object. Due to the applying force by earth, that force we are calling as a gravity. We know that a force is a vector quantity. Definitely we will get a doubt, this gravity force is having which direction? So it is having the direction toward the center of earth, towards the center of earth, towards the center of earth. Suppose if you consider this is an earth and on particular height one object will be located, and imagine that there are no external forces are acting on it, and this ball or an object is moving downwards, and that too due to the gravitational force. And definitely when the ball is in motion, it is moving some acceleration, and that acceleration we are calling as acceleration due to gravity. Why? Because this object or a body getting the acceleration due to the applied force by the earth or gravity force by the earth. Whatever the acceleration is getting by the object due to the gravitational force, we are calling as acceleration due to gravity. And this acceleration due to gravity is also a vector quantity, and that is also acting always downwards. And this gravity force is always acting towards the center of earth. Here G is acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. Right. Next, here move on to the free fall body. What is meant by free fall? Free fall is nothing but if you take any object at a certain height from the surface of earth, and if you leave that, definitely the object will moving downwards. Everyone know that motion of that object towards the center of earth is due to the gravitational force. And here free fall is nothing but there are no forces are acting on the object except gravitational force. Nothing but only the gravitational force is acting on it, and that gravitational force is pulling downwards or towards the center of earth. Due to that gravitational force, this object moving downwards, automatically the acceleration is generated, that we are calling as acceleration due to gravity. Here this direction of the gravitational force and acceleration due to gravity are always downwards. And how these parameters will change, let us see. Suppose if an object will be located at certain height, and at initial position it will be at rest, definitely the initial velocity becomes 0, and it will moving downwards due to the gravitational force. And from here to the surface of earth I am considering as a displacement, simply we can call as vertical displacement. And the acceleration due to gravity is called plus z. when it is moving toward the center of earth, the acceleration is acting along the direction of gravitational force. That is why the acceleration due to gravity is plus g. Now, so initial velocity u is equals to 0, acceleration a is equals to plus g, and vertical displacement s is I am taking s vertical. Now, how the kinematic equations will change these parameters? Now, what are the kinematics equations we know? First one is v is equals to u plus at. Nothing but the final velocity. Here, remember that the final velocity is nothing but before reaching to the ground. If you consider on reaching the ground, on hitting the ground, automatically the velocity becomes 0, but do not take that. Here final velocity of the object is nothing but very near to the surface of earth. That final velocity is equals to, we know that in a free fall, initial velocity is 0. If you substitute in the place of u is 0, then you will get in the place of acceleration we have to substitute z. Then the equation should be u becomes 0, then remaining is zt. So, this is the first kinematic equation for free fall. And second equation, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square. Again the initial velocity becomes 0, this total term becomes 0, and in the place of acceleration you have to substitute plus z. Then here displacement is vertical displacement, then this total term becomes 0, remaining is 1 by 2 gt square. This is the equation of free fall. And next third equation, we know that v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Again we know that if you substitute in the place of initial velocity is 0, and in the place of a you have to substitute z, what you will get? V square is equals to 2gs. Here s is nothing but again vertical displacement. So, if you apply root on both sides, this square root gets cancelled, you will get final velocity is equals to root 2gs. Sometimes in the place of vertical displacement you can take h, means height. So, in the place of s if you substitute h, you will get root 2zh. In the place of s you can substitute h here. Okay. So, these are the equations how they can change under the free fall. Remember most important point, free fall is nothing but the object is comes into the motion due to the gravitational force. But in realistic, when the object is moving downwards, definitely air resistance will be applied or acting in upward direction. So, here air resistance, here this air resistance is negligible, do not consider the air resistance. So, when you negligible that air resistance, then only these equations are gets valid. Okay. So, the main points you should remember that free fall is nothing but the ball object is comes into the motion due to only gravitational force, and air resistance is neglected, and the gravitational, when it is coming towards the center of earth, the gravitational acceleration is plus z, and this displacement either you can take h or s, that is our wish. So, based upon the parameters, these equations will change like this. Okay. So, this is the topic of today. Thank you.